Welcome to the initial episode of Behind the Build. I'm Derek with Bald Guy Fishing, and today I'm going to give you a more in-depth look at one of our custom fishing rods. This custom fishing rod is one of our contest rods, and we built this to enter into the People's Choice Award at the January 2020 Southeast Regional Workshop, sponsored by American Tackle and presented by the Custom Rod Builders Guild. We also entered this into the Microwave Challenge contest at the International Custom Rod Building Exposition in Winston-Salem, North Carolina in February 2020. This fishing rod was built on an American Tackle Matrix spinning rod blank. It is a two-piece, 7-foot power flex rating of 2. It's rated for 4 to 10 pound line and 1/8 ounce to 3/8 ounce lures. Let's go ahead and start to break down the rest of the build. We'll start with the butt cap on this fishing rod. In our shop, we like to use a lot of bourbon and whiskey stoppers to add a unique aspect to each build. And with this rod, it was no different. For this build, we chose to go with a whiskey stopper from Chattanooga Whiskey Company here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Next, let's look at the grips on this fishing rod. For this build, we chose to go with split grips. They're made out of EVA foam, and we made them entirely in our shop. To make these, we start with 3 different sticks of EVA foam, white, black, green, and we cut them into abstract strips in a miter box, glued them together, and shaped them to the look that we wanted for this build on a lathe. For a reel seat on this build, we went with one of our favorites. This is the Aero spinning seat from American Tackle. It's a size 17. And to customize it and make it match the rest of our build, it was painted a flat black. For the guides on this build, we chose to go with a special edition set of microwave spinning guides from American Tackle. Each guide has a unique decorative guide wrap that extends from the stripper guide all the way to the tip top. To create these decorative wraps, it was actually very simple. We started with the standard way of just wrapping thread over the guide feet and secured the guide on. From there, each guide was given a coat of finish epoxy. When that was cured, took a toothpick and dabbed small amounts of white paint on each guide foot. It was then spread out with a toothpick in an abstract pattern. Once the paint was dry, we went back and did the same thing with black paint. And once that was dry, it was given a couple coats of finish epoxy to give it a smooth, clean finish. We also added snakeskin to this custom fishing rod. The snakeskin used is king rat snake from Asia, and it's also known as the stinking goddess snake. I've got to give a big thank you to Gary Durkee from Durkee Custom Fishing Rods for not only providing us with the snakeskin, but also for giving us some tips on how to apply it. Thanks, Gary. We get a lot of inspiration for our builds from the custom automotive industry, and that's why the final touch on this rod is a matte finish. We coated the entire blank, the snakeskin, and the guide wraps with a matte varnish to give it that hot rod look. To accomplish this, we used Pro Rod matte varnish from Semo, and we picked this up at Mudhole Custom Tackle. I hope you all enjoyed the initial episode of Behind the Build with Bald Guy Fishing. Please tune in next time, and we'll give you another behind the scenes look at one of our custom fishing rods. Thank you.